Hi, and welcome to, I don't know what this is. It's not really my random rumination, it's not really a DIY blog, it's just an update blog. I've been missing for the last week because I was on antibiotics for 11 days. I developed a really bad sinus infection that went into my throat and went into my ears and went into my stomach and generally made my life pretty unpleasant. So I decided not to share that with you all because frankly there's very little as unattractive as a goth girl who is spewing from every orifice of her body. I need to apologise for the sound quality today. I'm in a different room. I'm in a different situation where I can't use my regular microphone, so the sound quality may not be great and there might be quite a bit of background noise. I'm really sorry about that. I'll be back to my usual quality on Friday. I'm going to be doing my next ukulele twiddle on Friday, and I'm going to be starting recording, well, my next ukulele twiddle will go up on Friday, and I'll be recording my first ever Minecraft Let's Play Friday evening, and that will go up whenever I have the video from it actually edited and ready to go, which will probably be next Monday, I would say. Anyway, it'll be fun, I hope. The other thing I'm doing today is I want to show off something I did over the weekend. Well, Sunday and yesterday, more than anything else. I'm in the room that used to be our workroom / junk room. Used to be is the operative word because between Sunday and Monday I did a lot of work in here. Starting with getting some storage up so that I can get rid of, so we could store upwards rather than across the floor. But I also set up my art studio space. Art studio. I'm going to show it to you now in a second, and so this camera will be kind of unsteady because I'm doing it by hand, and once that's done I'll come back on and say goodbye. Anyway, this is my art studio, and so you have basically two sets of shelves that I upcycled into the supports for one, with sheet melamine in the back, lots and lots of storage. Over there's all my drawing stuff, and on that side are my French curves and my set square, my tablet, chainmail at the bottom because I need to get rid of it. I picked up this easel at Christmas for 50 euros down from, I think it was 80 euros in Art&Hobby. I don't know if Art&Hobby exists out of Ireland, but here they're one of the best places to get your art supplies because they're relatively cheap and they're very good at getting stuff in. This is the units that I upcycled those from, the top part. And top I have all my references and Humphrey the magical rat, as well as my supply of paper, and those are print-out copies of the original version of my novel that are waiting to be shredded. Then all my chainmail stuff and an empty drawer. And over there is the storage that I built. It's just like hot press style storage, but it works. So the things that are left to happen is across here there's a really long shelf going to go in. That's going to house my reference books, because that's half of them, maybe. It might be as many as half. As well as my paper. I want to keep it up high because this room can be a little bit damp, but it's damp around the floor, so as high as I can get them will be good. Mounted to that shelf, like I said, that will be across there, is going to be a support, basically a holder for my tablet, which is an Asus Transformer EPC tablet that my wonderful brother gave me last year. It's been a lifesaver, and that's going to be for reference photos. And then over on this side we have basically just generalized storage. One of these is like random cables, random junk, paper. The bottom two are computer components, and we will... No, I don't drink at all. Never. Haha. And of course my microphone and what have you, and on top I have a hip flask that was made by a really wonderful guy who's kind of a mutual friend of myself and one of my closest friends, Sabrina. He made that for steampunking, and his name is Darren. He's incredibly talented at this, and I really wish he'd set up a Facebook page and start selling his stuff, because it's really, really good. I mean, he threw that together in no time. And then that's one of my mandolins. Well, it will eventually become a mandolele. It's extremely old and it has damage to the neck, which means it'll never take steel strings again. So I'm in the process of very gradually fixing that up. And that's pretty much everything that's going on. I mean, there's still some junk lying around. There's a couple of posters that are going to go on that wall. I have a television for that wall. It's going to be turned into kind of a gaming center, because I like my Xbox, but I hate taking time. I hate taking time away from television for other people. And yeah, that's kind of it. I had intended to video blog doing this, but when I was doing it when I was fairly sick and I was basically running to the toilet the whole time, and ooh, there's dust on my lens. I was running to the toilet the whole time. I was lying down every half hour because I was so tired I couldn't keep going. It took me 2 days to do what should have taken half a day, really. So I decided not to video blog it, because it's all pretty basic stuff. I mean, the shelving, you've battens going across, uprights holding the battens up, shelves are put across the battens. That's it. The whole thing is held together with 1-inch screws for anywhere where wood joins, 2-inch screws wherever wood goes into walls, and tacks to hold on the shelving itself. My drawing table, it was mostly constructed already. The fact that those shelving units were already in existence made life very, very easy for me. Apart from that, I got 2 small sheets of melamine that were lying around, screwed them to the back for support, screwed the top across it. No biggie. I mean, it's basically a piece of countertop with some 2x1 battens flushing it out, and they need to be sanded down and softened, and the easel itself needs to be permanently mounted on. I'm waiting to do that because I want to get my hands on very, very, very long thin screws, because I do not want to split the wood in it. But yeah, I mean, it's all pretty basic stuff. I have to say, if you wanted to learn how to do stuff like this, B&Q do a guidebook to DIY it's only about a £5, and actually it covers almost everything you could possibly want to know about basic DIY. Now, admittedly, it is pretty basic DIY, but still. I kind of threw this together because this is it's one of the few things I'm actually qualified to some degree in, is woodwork. I'm quite good at it. And I kind of shudder at how bad some of what I did in here was, because I just threw it together. And a large part that's because it was built from scrap, and that's one of the main points of this. Everything I built in here was built from scrap, apart from the box unit the mandolin was on. That was bought years and years and years ago, and I'm still amazed it's in one piece. And of course the easel. But everything else is stuff that was going to be thrown out, or stuff that was lying around, or stuff that I rescued from somewhere. You don't need to spend a fortune on materials. The shelving was 2x1 that was lying around in this house when we moved into it. The landlord wanted to cut it up and burn it. That's a stupid waste of materials, so I held on to it. Admittedly, I held on to it for 3 years because we hadn't figured this out, and I hadn't realised that I needed a art space, because I hadn't realised how important it was to be able to walk away from what you're doing without having to put everything away and then take everything out again. And when you have as many physical problems as I have, that turns out to be really important. I get maybe half an hour each day where I can actually draw, and for that half hour it's important that all I do is draw. It can take me 10 minutes to set up, 10 minutes to clear up, so that gives me 10 minutes to draw anywhere else in this house because the house is so small. There's no space to leave anything out. There just isn't. You can't do it. So having a space where I can specifically lay something out, have it ready to go, and let that be my drawing session for one day, and just leave it there. And then as I feel able and want to draw, walk into the room, draw for the little while that I'm able to, leave it alone. It means I can pick it up and drop it in a way that's much, much easier than having to put everything back out again. Which is largely why this happened. The other reason, of course, is the fact that I am developing a rather large collection of reference books, and I have an awful lot of paper. I have kilos and kilos and kilos of paper, and I use an awful lot of paper. But because of the situation I had, I wasn't keeping any of my rough outs. I've been basically dumping them, as you know. That the actual drawings I use for my webcomic, I keep them, but I've been getting rid of all my rough outs because I don't have space for them. I do now, which is kind of awesome. So yeah, that's kind of it. You'll all see me on Friday morning, I think, with my next ukulele twiddle, which is, it's just a fun, simple little piece, and the link will be going to, I think, Ukulele Hunt, because that's where the piece of music actually is based. And hopefully Monday we will have our first guest session of Agrarian Skies, which, well, let's put it this way, I'm subtitling it Lofty Ambitions. My ambitions are pretty damn lofty for this. So, I will say sorry, really pretty beagle just went past. I will say goodbye for today. Hannah, Lulu will probably be in the next video because she's outside the door whimpering at the moment. I don't know if you can hear her, but I'm up high today and I'm not picking her up because my back hurts. That's it. Forget all the ams. I really need to stop saying because it's really annoying me. It's annoying me, much less ye. So, yes, see you all Friday. Bye.